If emergency lighting is now supported by emergency backup generators that supply power within 10 seconds, there is generally no requirement to remove the existing emergency lighting from the building. The primary function of emergency lighting is to provide illumination when normal power fails, ensuring safe egress from the building. When a generator is capable of supplying power within 10 seconds, it effectively fulfills the role that the emergency lighting was initially designed for. However, it's crucial to understand the relevant codes and standards that govern these systems. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, contains specific requirements for emergency systems, including emergency lighting. It mandates that emergency lighting systems must provide illumination automatically in the event of any failure of normal lighting. If the generator meets the NEC requirements for emergency power systems, it can serve as a suitable alternative to battery-backed emergency lighting. Firstly, ensure the generator is tested regularly and maintained in accordance with NEC Article 700 and other applicable standards to guarantee its reliability. Secondly, the 10-second transfer time is a critical factor. NEC Section 700.12 specifies requirements for the source of power for emergency systems. If the generator can supply power within 10 seconds, it aligns with the high-speed transfer requirements for emergency lighting. Thirdly, consider the specific requirements of the local authority having jurisdiction, or OJ. The AHA has the final say in interpreting and enforcing the code, so their approval is essential. Fourthly, proper documentation is necessary. Maintain records of generator testing, maintenance, and compliance with NEC requirements. This documentation may be required during inspections. Fifthly, assess the overall lighting levels provided by the generator-backed system. Ensure that the illumination levels meet the minimum requirements specified in the applicable building codes and standards. The original emergency lighting system was likely designed to provide a specific level of illumination to facilitate safe egress. The generator-backed system should meet or exceed those levels. Sixthly, verify that the transfer switch is appropriately sized and rated for the load. The transfer switch automatically switches the emergency lighting circuits from normal power to generator power when a power outage occurs. It must be capable of handling the connected load without failure. Seventhly, be aware of any local or state amendments to the NEC. Some jurisdictions may have more stringent requirements than the base NEC, so compliance with these local amendments is essential. Eighthly, if the generator system fails to meet any of the NEC requirements, the original emergency lighting must remain in place and fully operational. It serves as a backup to the backup, ensuring that emergency lighting is always available. Ninthly, remember that proper maintenance is critical. Regularly inspect and test the entire emergency lighting system, including the generator, transfer switch, and lighting fixtures to ensure it functions as intended. Tenthly, consider energy efficiency. While the primary goal is life safety, energy-efficient emergency lighting systems can reduce operating costs. LED emergency lighting, for example, consumes significantly less power than traditional incandescent or fluorescent fixtures. In situations where the generator provides backup power to the entire building, including the emergency lighting circuits, it's essential to ensure that the generator is sized appropriately to handle the entire load. Overloading the generator can lead to system failures, which could compromise the emergency lighting system. Additionally, it's important to coordinate the emergency lighting system with other life safety systems in the building, such as fire alarms and sprinkler systems. These systems should work together to ensure the safety of occupants during an emergency. In some cases, it may be necessary to upgrade the emergency lighting system to take full advantage of the generator's capabilities. This could involve replacing old fixtures with more efficient models or adding new fixtures to improve overall illumination levels. If the existing emergency lighting system is battery-backed, proper disposal of the batteries is essential. Batteries can contain hazardous materials, so they must be disposed of in accordance with local regulations. If the building undergoes renovations or alterations, it's essential to re-evaluate the emergency lighting system to ensure it continues to meet the applicable codes and standards. Changes to the building layout or occupancy could necessitate modifications to the emergency lighting system. Furthermore, consider the impact of any changes to the normal lighting system on the emergency lighting system. For example, if the normal lighting system is upgraded to a more energy-efficient system, it may be necessary to adjust the emergency lighting system to maintain adequate illumination levels. Keep detailed records of all work performed on the emergency lighting system, including inspections, testing, maintenance, and repairs. These records can be valuable for demonstrating compliance with code requirements and for troubleshooting any problems that may arise. Ensure that all personnel who are responsible for maintaining and testing the emergency lighting system are properly trained. They should be familiar with the applicable codes and standards, as well as the specific equipment used in the system. Conduct regular drills to test the emergency lighting system and ensure that building occupants are familiar with the location of emergency exits. These drills can help to identify any potential problems with the system and to improve the overall effectiveness of the emergency response plan. In addition to the NEC, other codes and standards may apply to emergency lighting systems such as the International Building Code or IBC and NFPA 101, the Life Safety Code. It's essential to be familiar with all of the applicable requirements. If there are any questions or concerns about the emergency lighting system, consult with a qualified electrical engineer or other expert. They can provide guidance on the proper design, installation, and maintenance of the system. Emergency lighting systems are a critical component of building safety. By understanding the applicable codes and standards and by following best practices for design, installation, and maintenance, it's possible to ensure that these systems function properly and provide safe egress in the event of an emergency.